Hallo liebe Eichhörnchenfreunde, hier zu der Stanley Parable Folge 3. Beim letzten Mal habe ich überwiegend nicht auf den Narrator gehört, auch die Folge davor. Ich würde mal sagen, dass wir mal ihm folgen sollen. Und hier klingelt ein Telefon.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Also die Ansprache war eine Warnung auf Ansprachen, dass man darauf nicht hören soll und sie man zerstören soll. Kann ich sie zerstören? Nö. Machen die anderen Rechner was? Nö. Kann man ausschalten? Oh, was ist das? Nö, will ich nicht machen. Ich mag jetzt erstmal auf den Narrator hören.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Und der Tür nach links, okay. Jetzt hören wir mal auf ihn. So.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Genau.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Ja, so, schauen wir mal dort nach. Abstellkammer.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nö. Oder? Ich mach hier drüben. Sieht schöner aus.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No
Besenkammer,
reason to
ja.
still be here.
Doch, ich find's ja schön. Also ich
It
find's
was
hier sehr schön.
baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Nö, ich bleib.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Das ist doch so schön hier. Also können wir doch einfach hier bleiben. Ja, wir können auch
You do
diesen
realize there's no choice or
anschauen.
anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Ja, also ich finde den Besen sehr schön.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Also, ich glaube, meine Freunde würden das auch gern sehen wollen.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Hey!
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid
nicht.
he is.
Bin
That or
wunderschön.
with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Nö, ich hab keine Sucht.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got
Ja,
to
genau,
this
ich bin
broom
tot.
closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Verwesungsprozess, ja, ich verwese schon.
Nearby, the person at this computer is dead. They have fallen
Computer?
prey to any number of your
ja.
countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person
muss ich jetzt eine andere
video
Person
game
spielen, oder wie?
mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative
da ist jemand
tropes in
tot.
video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay, soll ich rausgehen oder sagt er noch was? Ich glaube, da kommt nichts mehr.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before
Ja,
you.
genau. Ich bin jetzt eine zweite Person, aber komisch. Ich finde den eigentlich ganz nett.
You too?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just
Ich
be
weiß
waiting
nicht,
for when
also,
you're ready to pick up the story
Ich
again.
glaube, jeder will hier ran, oder? Machen wir eine Kammerparty. Yeah! So. An meine Businesskammer darf jeder ran. So. Ich glaube, es sagt dann nichts mehr. Ja.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Zum Büro hoch. Was ist es hier unten? Dieses rote Licht ist mir zu gefährlich. Ich gehe nach oben. Hör hier mal auf ihn. Was haben wir hier? Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Okay. Also Geld am Morgen, Geld am Abend, Geld zum Frühstück und Geld, crisp. Okay. Ich weiß nicht, wie ich das übersetzen soll. Wie rum ist das Klopapier? Richtig rum. Okay, sehr schön. Andersrum machen nur Katzenbesitzer. Ah, die Tür ist wieder zu. Okay. Haben wir mal die Tür zu. Ist hier was? Das ist ein Aufzug. Kann ich mit irgendwo hinfahren? Wo geht's denn hin? Die Musik finde ich toll. Schöne Fahrstuhlmusik. Ja, nette Musik. Dum 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 dum. Wie weit geht's denn nach oben oder unten? So, bin ich angekommen? Hat gar nichts gebracht. Okay. Dann geh ich mal rein.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
8. Ja komm, ich gebe mal 8 ein. Nö. Man kann ja die Nummer nicht
Stanley
wissen.
just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to
Ooh.
input anything on the device was useless,
Trophäe.
since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Ja, woher soll ich das wissen? Ganz ehrlich, wer sagt mir das einfach nur vor? 2845. Nö. Ich weiß es nicht.
2845.
Ey, ich kenne die Nummer nicht. Deswegen gebe ich sie auch nicht an. Ganz ehrlich. Nö. Sehe ich nicht an. Woher soll ich die Nummer wissen? Der hat sie mir einfach vorgesagt. Sehe ich nicht an, nö. Das mache ich nicht.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Ja, okay. Dann halt eben so. Einfach den Override gemacht. Ist hier hinten was? Nö. Einfach nur dunkel. So. Dann nach unten.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free
Oh,
to
ja,
think
Hunger.
for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Also ein Gefühl durch den Magen, ja. Das ist definitiv Hunger.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Das Escape ist mir zu gruselig. Also gehen wir, ja. Das ist ein Mind Control Facility. Ich kann da runter. Ganz ehrlich, ich spring runter. Hab ich Bock drauf.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job, You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Es gibt Musik.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
Ich hab's nach unten geschafft.
Jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job,
oh ja,
you did it.
Das habe ich sehr toll gemacht. Definitiv.
You did it. Good job, 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 you did it.
Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
genau.
Mind
Control Facility. Ja, schön hier. So, auf den Knopf.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the
427 waren wir,
strength to
oder?
find out?
Nö. Was ist denn hier los? Ah, weiter. Die Kamera, okay. Machen wir die
Now
mal
the
an.
monitors jumped to life. Their true
Da
nature
wurde jemand
revealed.
gefeuert.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay, und ein paar, also bei einem stand sogar gefeuert. Hier. Ein Aufzug. Okay. Dann holen wir mal den Aufzug.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Nö, das frage ich mich eigentlich nie. Obwohl doch.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh mein Gott. Bin ich hier gelandet?
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
Knöpfe.
labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking,
Kann ich nicht
eating,
drücken?
working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past
Control
began to sink in,
Status
Stanley decided that this machinery
offline.
would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Kann ich den drücken? Ah ja. Aber bringt wahrscheinlich nicht viel. Ja, dann mal zum Power-Knopf.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
So, soll ich schon Power anmachen, oder? Ja, ich denke mal ja.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control?
Natürlich, Kontrolle ist wichtig.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it
Kann ich
go. Turn the
machen?
controls off
Nö.
and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Explosionsmechanismus.
In the event that this machine is
Oh.
activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation
Oh.
then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Oh.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments
Bombe,
each one
ja,
of them
lass die
is.
Bombe hoch
More time
gehen.
to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely
Sind die
know
oben?
where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good
Natürlich
mood.
möchte
You're
ich
gonna
wissen.
die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course,
Hat sie
that was
ausgelöscht.
merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Genau,
but I'm enjoying this so
30
much.
Sekunden.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not?
Nein, bitte nicht.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter,
Doch, manchmal
Stanley?
ja.
Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No end here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever up.
Da ist gerade alles explodiert anscheinend. Okay. So, natürlich will ich auch noch den anderen Button da drücken.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Ein Foto? Welches Foto? Und aufgenommen.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Frage ich mich jetzt gerade auch.
Yes.
Da geht was auf.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Kann ich halt nicht einfach zurückgehen?
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Das wissen wir doch schon. Bei der Narrator hat sie,
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Durch die Tür. Komm mal raus da.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. and Stanley was happy.
Ja, jetzt bin ich auch glücklich. So, in der freien Natur. Obwohl, nee, ich sitze eigentlich nur im Zimmer. Beende das Spiel. Oh, okay. Hilfe! Was ist das hier?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, ich würde mal sagen, entdecken wir doch weitere in den nächsten Folgen. Ich wünsche euch was. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.